What's good with y'all? I'm about to tell you. I'm about to take y'all through basically how I saved my first 10,000 when I was. I think I saved my first 10,000 when I was like 18. I was able to buy my car cash when I was 19. So straight out the gate, boom, when I got my CDL. I knew if I wanted to save some money, I had to find a way to make some money. You feel what I'm saying? So when I got my CDL, I started driving local. I've been driving local at the same job for almost 4 years now. And from there, a big thing that helped me save my first 10,000 was that I stayed out the way, bro. I stayed out the way. I ain't go to no clubs, no parties. And it sounds like I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. I swear to God, you can ask anybody that knows me. My first time going to a club was last year when I was 21. I didn't go to no clubs, no parties. I didn't take no vacations, no trips. I stayed all the way down. From when the stack was this small to when it was, you feel me? When it was that shit. You feel me? And when I got to that stage of having that money saved up, people could tell. You feel me? Like people could tell, even though $10,000 isn't a lot of money, but you start moving a little bit different. You feel a little bit different. You're not as stressed all the time, especially at an age like that. But honestly, at any age, having $10,000 saved up. But I stopped splurging. I didn't buy things that was unnecessary. I wasn't buying clothes. I had clothes. Yeah, they might have been old. Yeah, they might not have been the freshest and the cleanest and designer and shit. But they was clothes. Like they fit. The shoes fit. The clothes fit. You feel me? As far as food goes, no eating out. Eating out, like it just didn't make me feel full, whatever. It's too expensive. I'm eating at home. Ground beef, eggs, rice every day. Ground beef, eggs, rice every day. But I'm eating at home, bro. I'm eating at home. I'm going to work, going to the gym, going home. Going to the work, going to the gym, going home. On weekends, you know what I'm saying? The rest days, there wasn't days to go out and celebrate because I'm not really celebrating nothing, bro. Yeah, you could be happy for life. You could be happy that you're alive and stuff like that, but you're not really celebrating nothing for real. Unless it's like you feel like your birthday or something like that. You could do a little get together, but on the weekend, it's just because it's the weekend don't mean automatically go out and celebrate. And that was my mindset, how I was thinking about it. Because, I'm young. I'm watching everybody else go out. I'm watching everybody else party, get drunk. You feel me? Every weekend, I'm watching everybody else turn up. And I wouldn't really feel like I'm missing out on nothing, bro. Because you got to realize, like, a lot of the people that's doing that is doing that for their instant gratification. Yeah, they might work during the week, get off during the weekend and go partying or whatever. You can do both for sure. But why? You feel me? Like, that's something that's negating if you look at it from a money standpoint, especially as a dude, you going out, you buying a section, you buying bottles, everything counts, bro, and everything adds up. You doing this every weekend, you gotta pay to park. Let's just talk about paying to park and paying to get into a club. But that's what, $50 right there? You doing that 4 times a month? Even 3, shit, that's $150, bro. You go in the club, you pop your bottle. Bottles when I'm in my city is $200, right? You popping a bottle, you buying fits, you just throw money away. All I hear when I hear this is you just throw money away, and that's exactly what the young me understood from early on. You just throw money away. All these clothes, this hoodie I got on right now, my homegirl bought me this. I love her for it too. This hoodie fresh as fuck. Would I have bought this with my own money? Fuck no. Because this shit is all materialistic. This hat, it's nice, don't get me wrong. Would I buy another hat? Probably not. Because I got this one and this one fresh. You feel me? Like, this one fresh. You feel me? All the clothes I got now, I open my dresser drawer, I got 40 white tees in that bit. Yeah, I got some designer, a little bit of designer, but once you start buying stuff and you start having stuff, it gets old, bro. You buy something new so you can post it online, or so, you get that little bit of dopamine when you ripping up the packaging and shit like that. Your money is gone, and all you got is something that just became normal to you. I don't even wear the designer I got. I got 2 pairs of Balenciagas. I got a hat. I got a Bape jacket. Whole bunch of custom shit. I don't even wear the shit because I don't care about the shit. The shit is materialistic. I went back to the basic shit. You feel me? And that, it just goes back to how I saved the first 10,000. I just kept going back to the basic shit. You feel me? Eating at home. If my mom's cooked, I'm eating at home. If she ain't cook, I'ma cook. You feel me? I'm not going nowhere unnecessary. I'm not going to kick it with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm not going to kick it with nobody. And don't get me wrong, you can hang out with people, bro. You can have friends. You can have, you know what I'm saying, a little hang. But there's time that could be put into something else like a side hustle. And that's what I had, bro. I had my side hustle going. And I was putting dumb time into that. And I didn't really have no time, you know, to make for other people. And don't get me wrong, there was days where I could have, and I could have been like, you know, I got a little bit of downtime. I'm gonna go kick it with them. Or I'm gonna go show face, or I'm gonna go do this, or I'm gonna go do that, I'm gonna go be seen. For what, bro? That's just, that little bit of extra time you could take it to relax, to rejuvenate yourself, bro. To get that energy back. You feel me? You feel me? You can take the time, get your energy back instead of going around people and giving them your energy and shit like that. Just wait, bro. They gonna be there. Your friends gonna be there. The girls gonna be there. The party's gonna be there. The this gonna be there. The that gonna be there. Every single time, every single minute, every single hour you not putting into your grind, your actual physical grind, put that into yourself, bro. Go to the gym. You feel me? Go to the gym. Like, figure yourself out. Figure out a new hobby you like to do. Figure out some shit that you like to do. Put that shit into yourself, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, but the first 10,000, it came from staying down hella. You know, my job paid decent, so it wasn't that hard. You know, my rent not that much. But it's really a mindset thing, because no matter, you know, obviously it matters the job. If you make a lot less, it's going to take a lot longer to save the money, because I can save $10,000 in 6 months, bro. Or honestly, I could save $10,000 in less than 6 months. But if I want to put it on a 6-month thing, if I want to put it on a 3-month thing, if I want to go on a 90-day run, I could save $10,000 in 90 days. To be real with you. You feel me? So it is, obviously the job does matter and stuff like that, but it's the mindset. It's really the mindset that matters. I would get the money, and I'm talking about I'm doing automatic investments into brokerage accounts, into my stock accounts, into my savings accounts. I'm putting money to the side. I'm putting money in my 401k. You feel what I'm saying? You don't get the money to spend it. A lot of times, a lot of these rappers, drug dealers, a lot of these people online, they'll make you feel like you making this money to spend it. You're not making this money to spend it, bro. They can make the money to spend it because they're making so fucking much of it. Someone that works 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying, has a little hustle, does this, does that, you can't make the money to spend it. You can't ball how people that's really balling is living. You can't live how they live, bro. You feel me? And that's where social media messes up a lot of people's minds when it comes to money and saving money and spending money and doing this. You can't live how a lot of other people live. There's really people out there that's having like dog shit, like real life. Like, they open their bank account, you wouldn't believe in the number in there. But that's not you, bro. So for the people that's watching this, that's, you know, they work and they want to go and they feel like they got to spend their money and that's how they live, and find something else that makes you feel like you're alive, bro, other than spending money. You feel me? Because that goes back to the other thing of like the whole designer thing and stuff like that. Like, people be feeling like, oh, like retail therapy. That's not true, bro. Yeah, you get the little bit of dopamine rush when you ripping up the packages. I know what it feel like, bro. Trust me, I know what it feel like. You ripping up the package, and you know, you get the plastic, you got the boxes, and you got the new shit, and you throwing it on, and you know what I'm saying, you stepping out, and that shit fresh. Trust me, bro, I know what it feel like. But that shit don't last. You feel me? That's why you always gotta go back out and get you some new shit. Now what you just doing? You throwing out money, like I said. Keep that. When I say that, throwing out money, think about that, bro. Think about that, throwing out money. Think about that, but really think about that. When you think about doing some shit, that it's like, oh, you gotta think about it. If I gotta think about it, oh, should I spend this? Should I spend? And then people always got the, oh, I'm gonna make it back mindset. That's keeping you broke, bro. You feel me? That's keeping you broke. So I say my first 10,000 by really just having a goal of what I wanted my money to do for me when I got there. Because a lot of people, if they had this money tomorrow, they would just blow it. You gotta have a goal. Yes, you can save the 10,000, but what you gonna do with the 10,000? Are you gonna invest it into stocks? Are you gonna invest it back into? Are you gonna try to stack some more, put it in real estate? What you gonna do, bro? That's a lot of things a lot of people fail to realize, is that a lot of the blessings that if they was to get it tomorrow, they would just lose it. But yeah, when I was 18, my job was paying me a cool like 24 an hour, and you know I'm working 40-hour weeks. Sometimes I'm working more. Then I have my side hustle. You feel me? So I was probably making at the time. I'm not really gonna put that out there now because you know a lot my pay has changed and a lot of things have changed. A lot of things are a little bit more private, but my pay has changed and in ways it's went up. But you know, back when I was 18, that shit don't matter because that's what I started at. That's what I started at with the company I'm at. But as far as going into details about like where I'm at now, it's not. Because, you know, people get to comparing and, you know, I don't know who's watching, so, and judging shit, so I can't really put that out there. But yeah, bro, I was making a decent amount from my job. I was making a decent amount from my side hustle. I was staying down. I'm staying in the crib. I'm staying out the way. And that's the biggest thing y'all gotta remember. Stay out the way. Stay in the crib. Stay out the way. All that drama shit, all that's gonna get you is either arrested. Now look at you. You got your record. You got to bail out. You got to pay a lawyer. You got to do this. All that drama shit. All that trying to keep up shit. Put you behind. You and the other person are just two people falling back. It's two people falling back competing for nothing. Or the people online that you're seeing online. So stay from out the way. Stay offline, bro. Stop. Don't be comparing yourself to shit online. And live below your means, bro. And have a goal when you get to where you're going with that money. And that's how you're gonna be able to keep that money forever. And that's I stand on that. I stamp that. If you got a goal with where you going, you got your next goal already set up, you can't lose, bro. You'll never lose. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just what I wanted to come in here and say, bro. And y'all already know, like, I'm keeping it real with y'all. So, I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. And yeah, I fuck with y'all.